This video will cover how to spray Skim Coat. This is cover coat. This material is what you will use for the first coat. Cover coat products have a large amount of glue, which adheres to the concrete. This is +3 tinted. We use this for subsequent layers of skim coat. It helps show air holes. Here are the tools needed for skim coat. Here is a pump and a big can sitting on a cart. For best results, use the pump at maximum PSI. To clean the Mark V, use 15 gallons of water and run it through the line and pump. When cold, paint thinner works better, especially if the temperature is below freezing. Here we have a big knife, a putty knife, and a bucket. These are used for wiping excess compound after spraying. Excess compound collected on the big knife can be dumped into the bucket. One pointer: be sure to place a big can on a cart before you mix the materials. This way you do not need to lift the can onto the cart after mixing. This is the drill used to mix the mud. This is a mud mixer. Attach this to a drill to mix cover coat or +3 with water. There are many different mud mixers. Not all look like this one. The ratio of compound to water is 4 boxes to 3/4 of a 5-gallon bucket of water. Juan is here installing the first coat of cover coat. This coat is put on heavy. This is usually installed after top track. You only spray the areas needed. Areas where there will be drywall sealing or acoustical ceilings do not need to be sprayed. After spraying an area of about 8 by 15 feet, you stop and wipe the area. You want to be doing cover coat above the windows, so the air dries the ceiling and mud much faster. This way, there are fewer things to protect and cover from overspray of the mud. Note the PPE Juan is wearing. Notice the hard hat, protective eyewear, high visibility clothing, and gloves he has on. Note the steel-toed boots that Juan is wearing. A second coat will need to be wiped twice. The second wiping will have to be done in a different direction. Depending on the concrete, a third coat may be necessary. Juan is using the small knife to clean off the big knife, putting excess mud in the bucket. This is how your first coat should look after wiping. This process is called sanding. Here, Juan is sanding the first coat to knock down the high ridges. Final touch-up will happen when taping of the walls and the rest of the area is done. This is what skim coat should look like when completed.